You know, there's something I've been meaning to talk about for a while, something a lot of us notice but don't always feel comfortable bringing up. Have you ever walked into a room and caught a faint, musty odor that seems to linger? Or maybe you've had a well-meaning family member gift you a new candle or air freshener, and you're not quite sure why. Well, you're not alone. The truth is, there's a reason many of us develop what some people call that senior smell as we get older. It's not just your imagination, and it's certainly not a sign of poor hygiene. In fact, 99% of people don't even realize what's really causing it. But here's the good news. Once we understand the why, we can do something about it, and that's exactly what we're going to talk about today. Now, I know this might feel like a sensitive topic. We've spent decades taking care of our homes, our families, ourselves, so the idea that there's a scent associated with aging can feel, well, a little unfair. But let's clear the air right now. This isn't about blame or shame. It's about science. Our bodies change as we age, and sometimes those changes come with unexpected side effects. The key is to tackle them with kindness and a few simple tweaks. So in this video, we'll uncover what's really behind that stubborn odor, and I'll share some practical, no-nonsense steps you can take to keep your home and yourself feeling fresh and inviting. Let's start with the biggest culprit most folks never see coming. Yep, it all starts right here, with your skin. Now, I know what you're thinking. I've been moisturizing for decades. What's my skin got to do with it? Well, here's the thing. As we age, our skin produces less oil. Sounds like a good thing, right? Less greasy, fewer breakouts. But here's the catch. Dry skin isn't just about flakiness or wrinkles. When your skin gets drier, it actually creates tiny cracks you can't even see. And those little cracks, they become a cozy home for bacteria. Now, bacteria might sound scary, but don't worry, we're not talking about germs that'll make you sick. These are the everyday kind that everyone has on their skin. But here's the twist. As we get older, the oils we do produce change their chemical makeup. They mix with those bacteria, and over time, that combination creates a musky, almost waxy smell. It's subtle, but it clings to fabrics, your favorite chair, your bedding, even your clothes. But here's the kicker. You might not even notice it yourself. Our noses get used to the scents we're around every day. It's like how you stop smelling your own perfume after an hour. So if you've ever wondered why your granddaughter insists on opening all the windows when she visits, now you know. All right, let's move on to something we can control, our laundry habits. Now, I'll admit, I used to think I had laundry figured out. Sort the colors, pick a detergent, and boom, fresh clothes for the week. But here's what I didn't realize. As we age, our sense of smell dulls a bit. That means we might not notice when a shirt isn't quite as fresh as it should be. And over time, those barely there odors build up. But there's another factor here. Detergents aren't what they used to be, literally. Many of us stick with the same brand we've used for 30 years, and why wouldn't we? It's familiar, it's reliable. But manufacturers change formulas over time, and older detergents might not tackle the oils and bacteria we just talked about. Plus, let's be honest, carrying heavy laundry baskets up and down stairs isn't as easy as it once was. We might wash bulky items like bedding or coats less often, and those fabrics hold onto odors like a sponge. So, what's the fix? First, let's give those workhorse items some extra love. Wash your bedding once a week. Yes, even the quilt. And consider adding a cup of white vinegar to the rinse cycle. It neutralizes odors without leaving a scent. And if you've been loyal to the same detergent since the 90s, maybe try a modern enzyme-based one. They're designed to break down oils more effectively. Now, before we move on, let me say this. None of this is about overhauling your life. It's about small, thoughtful changes that add up. And the best part? You're already halfway there, just by being here, by caring enough to learn. So let's keep that momentum going. Because up next, we're going to talk about something that might surprise you. A hidden source of odors that's probably sitting in your pantry right now. You know, when we talk about odors, we often think about external factors, laundry, cleaning, all that good stuff. But what if I told you that some of the scents we carry start from the inside? Sets the apple down, leaning casually against the counter. That's right. What we eat plays a bigger role than you might imagine. Let's talk about diet for a minute. Now, I'm not here to lecture you about eating your veggies, though we all know we should. Grins. But here's something fascinating. As we age, our metabolism slows down, and so does our body's ability to process certain foods. Spicy dishes, garlic, onions, even that morning cup of coffee. They all leave behind compounds that get released through our pores. And when those compounds mix with the bacteria on our skin, well, let's just say they can throw a little party, and the invitation smells distinctive. Now, I'm not saying you need to give up your favorite foods. Heaven knows I'd never part with my Sunday spaghetti sauce. But here's a trick. Balance is key. If you notice a stronger odor after meals heavy on garlic or curry, try adding fresh herbs like parsley or mint to your plate. They're natural deodorizers. And hydration. Oh, let's not forget water. Dry skin and sluggish digestion both amp up body odor, so keep that water bottle handy. And while we're on the topic of what's inside affecting what's outside, let's talk about medications. Many of us take prescriptions that save lives, but some can also alter our body chemistry. Antibiotics, blood pressure meds, even supplements. They can change the way we smell. If you've noticed a shift and can't pinpoint why, have a chat with your doctor. Sometimes a simple adjustment can make all the difference. All right, let's shift gears to your home itself. You've probably heard the saying, "A house breathes," and it's truer than you think. Older homes, and let's face it, many of us have lived in ours for decades, tend to have quirks. Drafty windows, creaky floors, and air that doesn't circulate like it used to. Stagnant air traps odors, especially in carpets, curtains, and upholstery. Here's the thing, you don't need to rip out your carpets or buy a fancy air purifier, though those can help. Start small. Open your windows for just 10 minutes a day, even in winter. Let that fresh air sweep through. And if you're worried about the cold, crack a window in one room while you're cooking or tidying up. That airflow pushes out stale smells before they settle. Now let's talk about fabrics. That beloved recliner or the quilt your grandkid made you? They're memory magnets. And odor magnets too. Vacuum upholstery regularly and sprinkle baking soda on cushions before you clean. Let it sit for 15 minutes. It'll soak up oils and odors. Then vacuum it up and boom, fresh as a daisy. Oh, and if you've got furry friends, give their beds the same treatment. Pets are family, but let's be honest, they don't exactly help with the freshness factor. Here's what I want you to remember. None of this is about fixing yourself or your home. It's about creating a space that feels as vibrant and welcoming as you are. And sometimes that means looking at the little things we've overlooked for years, like that box of old linens in the closet, or the pantry shelf stocked with spices from 2005. Which brings me to my next point, a sneaky source of odors that's been hiding in plain sight. It's something we all have, something we use every day. And yet, most of us never think to give it a second glance. But trust me, once we tackle this, you'll wonder how you ever missed it. Ah, the spice cabinet, time capsule of flavors past. Raise your hand if you've got a jar of paprika in here that's older than your grandkids. Guilty as charged. But here's the thing. Those expired spices, they're not just losing their zing, they're quietly contributing to that stubborn odor in your home. Spices, dried herbs, even baking soda, they all have a shelf life. Over time, they absorb moisture, grow stale, and start to smell, well, dusty. And when you cook with them, that flat, musty scent wafts through the house and clings to curtains and carpets. So, do a quick audit. If it's been more than a year since you bought it, toss it. Your recipes and your nose will thank you. While you're at it, check those reusable grocery bags tucked in the closet. We forget crumbs or a stray onion slice can hide in there for weeks. A quick shakeout and a wash with soapy water keeps them fresh. Small effort, big payoff. Now, let's talk about you. Not your home, not your pantry. You. As we age, Our skin needs different care. That heavy, perfumed lotion you've used for years? It might not play nice with your body's changing chemistry. Fragrances can mix with dry skin and bacteria, creating an unintended scent cocktail. Switch to fragrance-free products where you can, especially moisturizers and soaps. They're gentler on sensitive skin and reduce odor triggers. And don't skip the feet. Those cozy slippers you love, give them a weekly airing out and toss in a cedar shoe sachet. Bacteria thrive in warm, dark places. Let's not roll out the welcome mat. Finally, let's talk about the little things we touch every day. Remote controls, light switches, even your favorite reading glasses. They're all fingerprint magnets. And over time, oils from our hands build up, leaving a faint residue that holds odors. A quick wipe down with a microfiber cloth and a dab of rubbing alcohol once a week? Game changer. Now, I know this might feel like a lot, but here's the secret. You don't have to do it all at once. Pick one thing this week. Refresh your spices, try a new lotion, open those windows. Tiny steps add up to a home that feels alive, just like you. The bottom line? That senior smell isn't a life sentence. It's a puzzle, and now you've got all the pieces. Dry skin, stale air, loyal but aging spices. Tackle them with curiosity, not criticism. And remember, your home should tell your story, not hold on to yesterday's odors. So, what's your first move going to be? Share your plan in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. And if this resonated, pass it along to a friend. We're all in this together. Here's to fresh starts, comfy slippers, and spices that actually taste like something. Thanks for spending time with me today. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. More tips and chats coming your way. Until next time, keep embracing the joy in every little thing. You've earned it.